Hey everybody, this is Alex Dickson of Studio 722. Today I'm coming at you with a sort of a podcast audio log type thing, something, I don't know what you want to call it, but anyway, um today this is going to be sort of a what I want to call a what's up with Alex. Um it's been a pretty rough past few months for me. Um because back in November was the anniversary of my dad's death, and that was overall fairly tough to deal with for me and my mom, and but overall with my girlfriend in the mix of everything. But um, pretty much I've been sort of stalled out on music and just trying to kind of focus on relaxing, playing some games, just hanging out with family, trying to maybe go hang out with friends, probably, Magic the Gathering being one of my hobbies, that's something I like to do from time to time. So maybe on a Friday night I'll go play Magic with the people at the local card shop. You know, uh Never win, but I love to play the game. But overall, like I said, I've been stalled out on music lately, and it's for a number of reasons. Part of it is depression, part of it is just, sort of losing drive, part of it is just overall, um, just dealing with life. I mean, it's tough to do sometimes, because I suffer from things like anxiety, depression, and a few other disorders in the head, but, I try not to let that sway me from music. And I have been letting it sway me from music, producing YouTube content, and everything else. But I'm going to try and do a weekly audio blog with everything, and, probably just do a weekly update thing, sort of as a cathartic type, I guess, therapeutic session, opening myself up to the world and its criticisms. But um pretty much I'm just back in the process of trying to find myself, and also, but also manage the life of taking care of a handicapped mother and a loving and wonderful, caring girlfriend whom I absolutely love and adore with all of my heart and then more. She means the absolute world to me, and even far past the stars, the sun, the moon, and the universe. But, you know, um, it's just hard sometimes trying not to let life get me down. I mean, it's just things, that you wouldn't expect to get someone down, but, um, it's just tough, you know. I'm trying to build a business, in audio, trying to take care of my mother, and trying to, do good things and do great things, but hard to balance out everything. I'm just trying to figure out what it is I can do to keep up and just make life the best it can be for me. I mean, uh, I know I sound like I'm just bitching and complaining and whining and pissing and moaning, but that's not the aim. But overall, I just want to, let everyone know that I am getting the help I need. I am also, seeking the counseling I need. I'm also seeking the support of my friends and my family, constantly. And, everybody's trying to hold everybody up and, keep everybody encouraged. And like I said, sometimes it's tough. You know, um, I mean, I've got so much going on in my life. It's mostly good things. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful for every bit of it. And I just want to figure out how to do more. And, because with everything I've got going on, I still feel like I'm not doing enough. But overall, it, you know, it just feels like I could be doing more. Um, uh, so I've been kind of feeling like a failure to myself and everyone else around me. And so, yeah, that's been pretty hectic. Um, just trying to maintain a large house and trying to, lose weight at the same time. That's another issue I've been fighting for quite a while. I've been fighting with my weight for years upon years. I mean, I was 200 pounds at 12 years old, and um, it wasn't my parents' fault or anything. It was just, I the medication I started on growing up, and uh, for my nuttiness, and the continued medication, and the overeating, the depression causing me to overeat more, and then growing fatter and fatter. Right now I'm 460 pounds, and it's not fun. If there's one thing I can tell anybody, you know, if nothing else, from my experience of being a fat guy, is don't let yourself get that way. It's not fun. It's dangerous. I mean, if you listen to me, I'm just huffing and puffing as I'm talking. I'm having to take like almost a 1 second pause in between phrases and sentences, because I have to catch my breath, and it's just not fun, So if there's one thing I can think of, to say is just take care of yourself, take care of your health. I went to Retropalooza in Arlington this year with my girlfriend and my best friend, and I got to meet a very big inspiration of mine, Boogie2988. He's a wonderful YouTuber, another large guy, one of the largest, if not the largest size wise, on YouTube, you know, and he does his little Francis skits and everything. And, you know, I got to talking to him, and it was just an amazing experience meeting him. I mean, because the sincerity from him, the true and total sincerity from that man brought me to tears because he told me I mattered, you know, and I just want to say the same thing to everyone listening is that you matter. You mean the world to somebody, you know, and even if you're not gonna, even if you can't find the drive to do it for yourself, you know, take care of your health, this, that, and the other thing. If you can't find the drive to do it for yourself, and and somebody cares about you enough to keep pushing you, do it for them and then find for yourself. But also the opposite. If nobody's gonna do nobody if nobody's supporting you, then make a change for the better for yourself, because there's always going to be someone out there that will love you and care for you no matter what, but the but I don't usually get starstruck or anything, but you know just by someone, seeing someone who as big as Boogie, physically and starstruck wise, it and just hearing, the true sincerity in his voice and him telling me I mattered, you know, it's changed the game for me. Because my weight loss journey, finally has meaning again. Because he pointed out some things that I never thought about, but and he, and he made really good points about, taking care of my mental health first, before I can take care of the physical. But, I'm kind of trying to tackle both things at the same time and just try and, make myself healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm trying to keep my faith in God and Jesus, and it's tough. And yes, I am a Christian, you know, and I don't want that to dissuade you from listening to me, but, I mean, these are tough times we live in, on that level and politically and everything else. But, my weight loss journey, you know, it's just been a tough road. Um, because I had the lap band and I've had it for the last 7 years of my life. And right now I am 60 pounds heavier than I was when I got the damn thing. So, it's just, it's not, it didn't work for me. So I'm going to try the next extreme, the next step. And just getting a gastric sleeve, getting the lap band taken out, and then getting the gastric sleeve done. Pretty much, from what I understand it to be, is they pretty much cut your stomach in half and fold it in on itself. I could be wrong, but I'd have to talk with my doctor again. The surgeon who did the lap band, but trying to get my mental health sorted out and getting taken care of, and trying to also be the support for my girlfriend when she needs it, and she's being my support when I need it. And trying to take care of my mother all at the same time. It's just all stressful stuff. I'm sorry this is sort of a downer and depressing style podcast, but I mean, if there's just one thing I can say, it's take care of your health, first and foremost. If not for you, then for somebody else, and if not for somebody else, then you, just just take care of yourself, because it just kills me inside, to know what it feels like, to be so morbidly obese, and sleep apnea and, not knowing if you're going to wake up the next day and I mean, I go to sleep just fine, expecting I'll wake up the next day, but, there's always that chance that I won't. And that scares me deeply. And I really, really would hate to lose my life to something as trivial and so stupid as sleep apnea. So I'm actually also working on, getting a CPAP, um, working on trying to get a sleep study done for the CPAP as well, so I can actually uh sleep, and be able to sleep next to the woman I love, because I snore so loud, that I end up getting chased out of the bed, so it's like, that's no fun. But I want to be able to be there for my girlfriend and, my mom while I still have her, I want to be able to do good in life, and I'm wanting to do good, if I do get married, if and when I do get married and have children, I want to be able to play ball with my children. I want to be able to do a bunch of different things, but I can't do that in the shape I'm in, I mean, it's a miracle I can at least it feels like it's a miracle that I can even do anything sexually, I mean, it's but that's totally different for this kind of topic, but I'm kind of trying to work on getting back in the studio now, I'm probably going to wait till after Christmas to actually get back in the studio completely. I have a client coming up next week. I'm going to try and do something with him. See if we can't make some kind of musical inspiration happen. But I'm officially not going to be back in the studio until probably January 3rd. And then I'm going to try and go at this full time and actually work on marketing and, you know, um, work on marketing, advertising, and just getting my name out there to be able to do what I want to do, my dream career of being an audio engineer and a producer. Um, that is my career choice I'm wanting to go into. And they say that the music business is in a very bad state right now. Well, not really, but it is true. It sure as hell ain't what it used to be. I mean, I don't know what it was before I got into it. Other than it's like, coming up in the 90s, with the dream of starting a band and getting a record deal. And, I never learned how to play a musical instrument, but I was always good at songwriting and writing poetry. And, you know, um, uh, but I'm starting to make my own music again. And I have my first EP up on iTunes. Uh, my first EP, Nightmares for the Beautiful, or Nightmares of the Beautiful, or what is the name of it? Oh, Nightmares for the Beautiful, and pretty much the title track for that album, Nightmares for the Beautiful, it's pretty much a song I wrote out of anger and passion, and frustration because, like the opening line is love, a curse, nightmare for the beautiful that can only get worse. Oh, no, that's the chorus line. Love, a curse, a nightmare for the beautiful that can only get worse. Why do we try? Nightmares for the beautiful, hearts to lie. Um, it hurts so much worse. Nightmare for the beautiful wants to cry inside our lives. A nightmare for the beautiful ones to die. And that song, you know, it it stems from the pain of my last relationship before the one I'm in now. It's because I put so much time and effort into, trying to get her here and, trying to do all this and, and she had been someone I had fallen for whenever, not long after I first met her, not met her in person, but, on the internet, but I had known her for a few years and, uh, we were good friends, but, she pretty much used me for money and stuff. So, I had got her an iPhone 7 Plus, and it's like, okay, I put that on my bill and everything. And, it was just, and then, about a few months later, come around April, you know, mid April, I find out, or when was it? It was like, because I had tried to get her down down here from New York and Oklahoma to Oklahoma via plane. I bought her a first class ticket and she never showed up on that plane. And she had an excuse saying that her mother beat her up or whatever. And she did have a black eye, but she showed me a picture. But and it was her because I have seen her on camera and I have talked to her, over Skype and stuff. But um, you know, uh, and then I had tried a second time. I didn't get her a first class ticket this time, but I had pretty much put upwards in the neighborhood of somewhere near $4,500 in the past, over the course of 6 months or less, or like 5 months, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I had got her I got her a lot of stuff. I bought her food and everything 'cause she was pretty much piss poor, and I was gonna give her a good life. But it turned out she was essentially a drug addict and everything. She couldn't just tell me straight up, that she didn't want to be my girlfriend or this, that, or the other thing. No, she had to go ahead and just fucking use me. And that's one of those things, that really pees me off, about people is they try to run, they try to use you and run you dry, until they can't use you anymore, or you're not, or that you realize their game and not going to give up anymore, and just all this other bull crap. But, you know, if you don't want to be with someone or you're already with someone, fucking tell the truth, just stop playing with people's hearts, It, cuz it's not fair to the other person, who you're playing with. If you're not going to be the one to make them happy, let them be happy with someone else, Don't be a dick or a douche or a cunt or whatever, pardon my French, but don't be that person that steals someone else's joy, you know, because that's not fair to do to anyone. Stealing someone's joy, and potential to be happy with someone who will actually love them and take care of them, you know, because that's probably the worst thing you can do to someone. But, you know, like I said, I'm going to try and get back in the studio soon, and I'm going to start off the new year right with trying to work on some new music. I'm going to try and shoot for a goal of doing uh 2 EPs this year. I'm going to try to. No guarantees, but I'm going to shoot for doing 2 EPs this year of completely original work, whether it be just instrumentals or instrumentals and lyrics, I'm just going to do something, put it out there. And I'm going to try and do this kind of weekly podcast thing, once a week. I don't know what day. Probably Thursdays or Fridays. I don't know. I think I'll probably just coincide it with my Friday post on my blog, which I haven't updated in a couple weeks. So, but yeah, just my blog is www or my blog is studio7-22.com. That's my website where you can contact me and all this other stuff. And, I have a blog on there that I try to update once a week, but I haven't done it in the past few weeks. So I think I'm going to take the holiday. Well, I'm probably going to update. This is probably going to be the only update for December. Or I might do it next week too. I'm going to try and do this weekly, this whole podcast and blog updates again weekly and all that. So, again, I'm sorry that this first podcast thing is so depressing and a downer, but this is probably going to be my therapy session for this week. So, alrighty, guys, I'll talk to you later. All right, this is Alex Dickson of Studio 722. Check it out. Bye.